Okay, so today we're going to make a simple granny square top. It consists of 16 squares. This You can use as many colors as you like, but in mine I did 4 colors. I did brown, a tan, and another color brown, and a ivory. And these are the colors that I used. Brown is, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. This and ivory, but you can use any colors that you like. The supplies that you would need are some scissors, some needles to weave in your ends, and a hook of your choice. We're going to start with a magic ring, and to do that, you take a shorter end, wrap it around your fingers, and cross over. Take your hook, go in, pull up that loop, turn it, and then you have one loop on your hook. Yarn over, chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. And now we're going to place 15 more double crochets inside that ring. So I'll come back when I have my 15 double crochets inside this ring. Okay, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So to close the circle, you take the tail that you had at the beginning and just pull it until it's closed. Then you would take the end, the loop from the last stitch, and slip stitch into the top of that stitch to bind that off. And you're done with that color, so you can cut that color. And take your needle and weave in your ends. Okay, so next you're going to take your next color, and we're going to create the little spindles. And you can attach it at to whichever one you want to attach to. So put a slip knot on your hook, pull through, and you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to chain 6. You're going to yarn over twice, and you go into the next chain space and place a triple crochet. To do that, you pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and pull through the next 2 loops. Then chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over twice again, go into the next chain, the next top of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and chain 2. 1, 2. Again, yarn over twice, go into the top of the next chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 2. And you're going to do that all the way around into the top of each stitch. Yarn over twice, go into the top of that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 2. 1, 2, yarn over twice, go into this next chain space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 2, 1, 2. And then you're gonna chain, place a slip stitch at the top of this chain, and then chain 1. And this is what you should have. Okay, so now we're done with that color. And we're going to take our next color. And to attach our next color, you place a slip knot on your hook. You can attach it anywhere. And then here you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to move it over. You're going to yarn over, go under, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to yarn over, so that's 1. Go under, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, pull through 2. And you should have 4 loops on your hook. Then you will yarn over and pull through all 4. And then yarn over, pull through, and chain 2. 1, chain 2. 1, 2. Then you're going to yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space, pull up a loop, that's 1, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4, then chain 2. 1, 2. Again, you're going to yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4 hoops, yarn over, chain 2. 1, 2. So we're putting 4 double crochets cluster in each chain 2 space. So again, we're going to yarn over, go under the next chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go under, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all, yarn over, chain 2. 1, 2. And you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to add our last color, or how many of a colors you want. This, you'll put a slip knot. And you can start in any chain 2 space. You're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And in this space, we're going to create a corner. So yarn over, place another double crochet, yarn over, double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and into the same chain 2 space, place 3 more double crochets. And yarn over, into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, in the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, into the next chain space, place 3 double crochets. Into the next chain 2 space, we're going to make another corner. So yarn over, place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and into the same space, place 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, go into the next chain space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space and place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. In the next chain space, we're going to place another corner, yarn over, place 3 double crochets. Chain 2. And into that same chain 2 space, place 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Into the next chain 2 space, we're going to create another corner, yarn over, place 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2, and into that same chain 2 space, place 3 more double crochets. Next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Slip stitch into the top of your chain. Chain 1. And this is what you should have. Bind off and weave in your ends, and I'll come back to show you how to arrange it to sew it together. Okay, so now that you should have your 16 squares, the shirt is divided by panels. So each side will have 8 squares in them. So you want to line them up where the sides match. You're going to line them up like this. Them up where your sides match. So you're just going to line all 8 of your squares up like so. And what we're going to do is sew the long sides together. So you're going to sew them down the long sides like this, like so, until you have all your panels. To do that, start from here, and to connect them, we're going to go into each corner of the square. Put a slip knot on your hook. Pull through. Secure it with a single crochet. So put 1, 2 single crochets into the corner. And this will create a seam on the outside. So you want to make sure both of your squares are facing right. If you don't want the seam on the outside, you would just put your squares facing inside out and then just turn the top inside out. And line them up and place a single crochet in, go up under both loops on both squares and create a single crochet and just line it up. Make sure they match up. And when you get back into this corner, we're going to take the other 2. So place a single crochet into this corner. Then take these other 2, go into both corners of both square, a single crochet. And that will connect that to that, and place another single crochet. And then just continue to sew across and connect. Sew across and connect. Then you're going to take these two corners and join it to this one. Then place 2 single crochets. Well, 1 more single crochet here. Then you would just connect it. Continue to sew all the way across. And then once you do that, you do the same. Okay, so now that we have our panels sewn together this way, we're going to come back and sew it together this way. So to do that, we're going to do the same thing. Attach with the slip knot and take both corners, go into both corners, a single crochet and then another single crochet. And we're just gonna line them up and connect them like we did the other sides. And when I get here, I'll show you what to do. And when you get to these 2 corners, you're gonna place 2 single crochets here, and to go over this hump, just chain 2, 1, 2, and then find these 2 corners again and place 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and then just continue to line them up and sew across. And you would do that all the way down to the end. Okay, so after you have sewn it together, this is what you should have. And I left my yarn attached here. So once you have that, make sure all your squares are facing right. And we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to just sew. Pick which side you want to be the bottom. And so this is one side of your top. So we're actually just going to sew, actually let me do it this way. We're going to sew just one square together down this side. Then doing so. And this would create the sleeve part of your shirt. So to do that, you just go into both corners, place a single crochet, place 1 more single crochet, and then just connect and sew all the way down. So just line up each part and sew all the way down. And when you get to the last 2 corners, here place 2 single crochets and bind off. So now you will have, after you've done that first panel, you would do the same thing to your next panel. So the same thing, we're going to sew all 8 squares together, then fold it in half and just sew half of it. And so now you will flip them on the opposite side. You will have one bottom part of the sleeve and then the other part. And so now we're just going to take the 2 front panels and sew them together, not all the way, but at the halfway point. So whatever point you decide, we're going to take those 2 and sew them together. Just the front 2 panels on the front. Let's start here and go down. So go into both of the chain 2 spaces there and connect with the slip knot. Pull through and connect. 2 single crochets right there. And you're just going to connect and sew all the way down. And when you get here, place your 2 double crochets in that corner. And then do the same thing to the back 2 squares. And I'll meet you back. Okay, so after you sewn your the front 2 panels and the back panels like that, you should have, this is your armhole, the bottom part, that's the waist and your armholes, and this is the top part. So I did not disconnect my yarn, so here we're gonna make the band where the waist part of the top. And for this, you can use each color that's in the top, or you can just do one color, or however you like. So to do that, 1, 2, and then place 2 double crochets here. Then a double crochet into each chain 3 double crochets. And you would just place a double crochet into each stitch all the way around. And I would meet you back at the beginning. So if you decided to change colors, when we get to the end, if you did decide to change colors, so in your last stitch, you're gonna pull up a color. Don't finish that. Take your next color and pull through. Then take the new color, slip stitch to the top of the first chain, pull through, and then just chain 2, cut your old color off, and continue with your new color. And for this round, you would just place a double crochet into each stitch around, and that's how you would change your colors. So you can put as many rounds of colors on this part as you like, and I'll meet you back when I finish mine. Okay, this is what you should have. This is the finished product.